Welcome back to Tiny Grimes Games, and I'm here today with a new, exciting game that I've been having a lot of fun with, and that's Force Arena. I'm always looking for an app game that doesn't take a ton of my time. I play Star Wars Destiny as my main deep card game, and so I was looking for a new app game that I could just have a lot of fun with. And Force Arena is this perfect game of there's strategy to it, but it doesn't feel like it takes all of my time. It's an app game. And what it does is it combines two genres of games. It combines a MOBA style game, and this is each person has a leader. I have Luke Skywalker here. My opponent has Boba Fett. We have full control over these characters. We move them wherever we want by tapping on the battlefield. I have my big old lightsaber. I get to swing at his face. He has a flamethrower he gets to nuke all my guys with. And they have different abilities, which is really neat. And there's tons of different characters. If you love a character, there's a good chance it's in the game. But then it also combines that with a more Clash of Clans style game where you have your cards that you level up and they each have different abilities. And then you just throw them onto the board where you want and they run straight ahead and do their thing. If you put down an ATST, it's going to ignore all other troops and just go for those turrets, which is the win condition. Other characters do different things. For instance, he has a probe droid there that's about to blow up and just blow anything up next to it. So it's a really fun game, actually. There is actually a lot more depth than I thought there was. The first couple times I played it, I just ran around with Luke Skywalker, dropped guys, and either won or lost. And I didn't really know what was happening, and I didn't know why I was winning or losing. But there really is a lot of strategy in knowing what each of these different units do, how to best handle them, how to be the most energy efficient. As you can see, you have an energy bar that is building and building, and you're trying to figure out how can I put out the best units to combat what opponent is doing or do what I'm doing. Another really interesting thing about this game is it seems that the dark side and the light side have different strategies. Generally speaking, the light side plays more of an aggressive rush strategy, whereas the dark side plays sort of this like pulling the strings. I will hang back and let you come to me, and then when I repel your attack and leave you utterly vulnerable, then I will do my counter attack. So the gameplay actually is quite fun. It's pretty stressful for an app game, I will say. Normally when I play an app game, it's something like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you're just like, okay, I could be asleep as I'm doing this. It really is irrelevant. This game, a lot of strategy. The game is constantly changing. What are you going to do? How are you going to react to the different situations? Bottom line is it has been a ton of fun, and I'm really enjoying it. All right, so let's take a closer look at what the game is, what kind of modes there are, what you do. So this is the intro screen, and you can play 1v1. You can actually play 2v2. You can play 2v2 with a friend, which is really neat. You can go ahead and change your deck. So right now, this is my light side deck. It's fine. I can go ahead and put any number of these other cards into the deck. The gold people are people who would run the deck and be my main guy. So I could be Ezra Bridger if I wanted. I could be Leia. I'm currently Luke, and there's a lot of guys I haven't unlocked yet. You can see all these guys over here. Another really interesting thing about the game is that each one of these MOBA leader guys has a unique card that can go with them. So for Luke, it's Obi-Wan. If I were to unlock this card, I would get this extra powerful card that I could put in the deck that would be unique to that character. So it does a good job of differentiating a little bit what characters you have. Much like Clash of Clans, you have different tiers. You're trying to build up through the ranks to get to the different tiers. There's 7 tiers. The Kyber tier is where you want to be. Oh, but I just started and I'm only tier 4. The way rewards work is incredibly similar to Clash of Clans. If you played this game, you already know what's happening. Once every 12 hours or so, you can win enough games to get one type of pack. You get a free pack every couple hours. And then you also have packs that you get in these slots here just by winning games, and then they take a certain amount of time to unlock. So there's a lot of patience with this game. It's very much an app pay-to-win kind of game. Like if you want to be at the top of the leaderboards, you're going to have to pay cash. It's just how it's going to work. And so for myself, I'm just playing the game for fun. I'm having a good time with it. I don't have to be the very best in the game to have fun with it. I think it's a game you can just download, enjoy it, have a good time, play with the characters you want. My dark side decks are pretty cool. I've got both Vader and Boba Fett are my two major decks. I could use the Inquisitor, Tarkin, Callus, Krennic. Like, there's so many cool, fun cards in the deck, in the game, and I think you'll really enjoy it if you enjoy, the Star Wars universe, especially if you enjoy either MOBAs or Clash of Clans genre type games. I think you'll love this combination. If you're used to playing Clash of Clans, I think you'll really like having just a little bit more control over what's going on. It's not so overwhelming as a MOBA, but you have a little bit more control. If you're used to MOBAs, you might be thinking, it's a little bit dumbed down, but if you're on an iPhone, it can be pretty overwhelming to try to play a full-on MOBA. So I think this is a good combination of these two genres, and I think it works quite well, actually. So make sure you come back for some more Force Arena content. As I get better with the game, I'll start talking about the decks that I'm using, what's been good for me, and go download the game and have a great time with it. I'll see you next time on Tiny Grimes Games.